It seems like there was a love triangle going on here because it appears that Kelsey's Kelsey Harris's bodyguard, and I'm talking about Kelsey Harris, the friend of Megan Thee Stallion. It appears that Kelsey's bodyguard has come forth now with a claim saying that he overheard Kelsey saying she was the one that pew Megan Thee Stallion. Imagine that. So it appears that Tory Lanez could be behind bars and is an innocent man. Greetings in the name of the Most High. Yeah, Emperor Haile Selassie. Yeah, I'm Rastafari soldier. Yeah, I'm not lie. Another road boy artist. Yeah, in the news. Yeah, and this time it's Tory Lanez. Thank you for tuning in to the Rastaman channel. It's Rastafari soldier. It appears that there's a twist in the Tory Lanez case. And when we see a twist, the bodyguard and driver of Kelsey Harris alleged that he overheard her saying that she pew Meg Thee Stallion 3 times before Tory Lanez slapped her hand down and knocked the pew out her hand. The saga of Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion cannot seem to end. People, it appears to me from common sense, seems like there was a love triangle going on here. Because Lanez, who was recently punctured, poked 14 times in prisons in an altercation, is currently serving 10 years prison sentence for, among other things, pew-pewing Meg Thee Stallion in the foot in 2020 after an argument. Lanez has maintained his innocence in the pew-pewing. The only person, aside from the driver of the SUV that was riding that night, was Meg's former best friend, Kelsey Harris. In a press conference held by Lanez's legal team, Unite the People, Walter Roberts, the lead legal consultant for the organization. Now, it appears that Roberts says the people was approached by Bradley James and the bodyguard and driver of Kelsey Harris during Lanez's trial, who allegedly overheard Kelsey admitting to the pew-pewing. Mr. James informed Unite the People that he was witness to the conversation Miss Harris had, where she stated she had the pew-pew. She fired 3 times. Robert shared with reporters. Mr. Peterson Lanez grabbed her hand and knocked it down, and the pew fired 2 more times. In essence, Mr. Peterson never shot anybody, never even touched the firearm, never fired the firearm. According to the Unite the People website, it is a California-based nonprofit organization formed in 2014 by a small group of concerned citizen defense attorney and family members and friends of incarcerated loved ones. It stated goals to fight for social justice and deal with our national problem of mass incarceration and the need for prison and sentence reform. Roberts claimed that the statement aligns with the testimony given by witness Sean Kelly, who said there was 2 women fighting and 2 men intervened before one man grabbed one woman's arm. Kelly also claimed that the gunshots came from the passenger side of the vehicle where Harris was sitting, according to the court testimony. In reference to why James, who did not sign any non-disclosure or confidential agreement with Harris, is speaking out now. Roberts James said James was doing it because his conscience would not let him not speak and leave a man in prison for something that he did not do. Ladies and gentlemen, Megan Thee Stallion has not yet responded to Unite the People's claim. But from what I'm seeing here, and I'm dissecting, my deductive reasoning comes to the point that no man is going to be pew-pewing no woman that he is touching. It appears that Meg and Tory Lanez was having a behind-the-back deal, because it appears that Kelsey Harris and Tory is dealing, and Kelsey and Meg Thee Stallion are friends. And from what I'm hearing circulating in the gossip, it's not the first time Meg take away our friend man. So to save face, she went on TV with Gail and lied about the relationship. Now here come the security of Kelsey Harris saying, no. I was there. And I overheard. Rotted. What a guan pa, what a guan. So Tory Lanez is currently serving 10. And he picked up 14 puncture wounds in a confrontation. And as Unite the People lawyer is saying that Mr. Peterson, which is Tory Lanez, didn't pew-pew nobody. Leave your comment on this one, ladies and gentlemen, and let me know if you think Tory did it, or if Meg is trying to save face, or maybe she didn't see who actually pew-pew her. But from what the witness said, 2 women were in an altercation, and Meg is thick, so she probably was skull drugging Kelsey. And Kelsey said, it ain't gonna go down like that. And went back in the car and pointed out and pew-pew. And Tory probably, trying to stop her from pew-pewing off the Meg, got some of the powder from the weapon on his hand. So when there was an investigation and DNA was taken, probably got some powder. So it appears that this is a case of a love triangle gone bad. It appears Meg was around snooping with Tory, which is Kelsey's man, and because of the embarrassment, she went on Gayle King's show and lied about the relationship. So, she's discredited. I'm not saying that Tory did not pew-pew her, but it doesn't sound right, people. Let me know in the comments. A man sleeping with 2 women, 2 beautiful women, and she says his music is no good, and he find that as reason to pew-pew her? No. I don't think Tory Lanez would be that shallow or that weak. So leave your comment on this one if you think that it's more that Meg and Kelsey got into it because Kelsey found out Meg backstabbed her and was climbing on Tory's pole, and then came out the face wrong at Meg, and Meg started getting into a physical altercation, and Kelsey realized that she can't handle the stallion. So she had to get the great equalizer, the pew-pew, and pew-pew her. And then Tory tried to stop it and end up in the middle. There are many men in jail right now because they don't want to seem like a rat. So leave your comment on me on this one, ladies and gentlemen. If you have not followed us yet, give me a follow. Tory Lanez could be saved by this, bodyguard of Kelsey Harris. But what would turn around happen, Kelsey would have to face these charges. Meg probably didn't know who pew-pewed her because she just heard the pew-pewing and felt it. So leave your comment on this one, ladies and gentlemen, if you think it's possible that the bodyguard is telling the truth. Or if it's more feasible that Tory Lanez sleeping with these two women, and because one of them say his music is not good, he pew-pewed her. Or if you think it's more feasible that it was a love triangle, Kelsey didn't know what was going on, Tory and Meg was into it, and then when she found out, she felt disrespected and got into Meg's face, and Meg took care of business physically. And Kelsey had to get the great equalizer. It sounds more feasible to me. So leave your comment on this one. Like I said, you know, I'm a conspiratorial mind. And this conspiratorial mind are usually correct. More life and more joy. Yeah, more happiness. Stay blessed.
Yeah, man, big up to Deep Roots. Yeah, man, you want to hear the truth? Tune into Deep Roots. Up top. Put it up.